today I have 3 reasons why I would personally go for the Z6II or Z7II if I were a first-time buyer, if I didn't already own a Z6 or a Z7. All right, so if this is your first time on this channel, do me a favor, hit the red button and you will be blessed. All right, now let's continue. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we got some fresh news on the Z6II and Z7II. Now, about a week ago, we got some vague specifications, and this time, some of them are more specific and I would say more realistic. So one of the first things that I noticed was that it went from 4K 60p to, okay, now we're gonna have a 4K 60p with a 1.7 crop, maybe a few months after the release, which is a concern a little bit because it's promised, right? Just like the ProRes RAW was promised and you had to pay for it. But at the same time, any news from Nikon at this point is exciting. I just hope Nikon is able to stay in business. And so today I have 3 reasons why I would personally go for the Z6II or Z7II if I were a first-time buyer, if I didn't already own a Z6 or a Z7. The very first reason, for my opinion, is the dual processor. Mirrorless cameras do almost everything with processing power, right from the EVF to autofocus to video stabilization. So when the dual processor is working and working very well, a lot of things are going to improve across board, and that includes electronic video stabilization, which nobody uses right now. But with a dual processor, I have a feeling they might be able to smooth out some of those little jitters and stuff like that. Has actually been rumored that the buffer is going to be much faster. The Z6 is going to go up to 99 pictures and the Z7 40 something pictures. So the second reason that I think that the Z6II will be a much better bet for your money is just a dual storage. It gives you peace of mind. You have dual storage and it's really important. The third reason is update capacity. The Nikon group chat, a lot of the stuff that was coming out, it just sounded like people wanted the camera to do so much with the single processor. And the manufacturers know that if they are not careful, they will fry that processor. It might start overheating, it might start doing crazy stuff. That is why the Z6 and Z7 is actually quite limited in what they can do or what updates can be applied. So this reason is very important. With 2 processors in there, there's so much room for improvement. And so future updates with cool stuff will probably not be coming on the old Z6. It will be coming on the Z6II and Z6D and the Z7II, because those cameras will have the processor to be able to take on extra tasks and stuff like that. So you wanna be in that position to receive those firmware updates when they come. If you have been with the Nikon Z series for a while, you know what a firmware update can do. You know that a firmware update is the difference between crap, oh crap, and so you know that a firmware update is night and day. Like if you use the Z6 before the very first update and your video did not freeze on you in the middle of a wedding or something, you were lucky, right? But some of us who went through all that really appreciate how far it's come with all the updates. So that for me is the most important reason to invest in that. And I was this close to exchanging one of my Z6s for a Z5, but I'm currently working on a few projects, and it's a documentary and I wanted the film to match, and I'm always shooting 2 angles and I've been using my Z6s, and I realized that the Z5 sensor is different and I just didn't want anything to mess with my with my scenes not matching. So I'm still holding on to the Z6. I might hold on to it till I finish my project, and then I would now exchange one of them for a Z6II. So that's my plan. I don't know what your plan is, but if this is the first time you are jumping in the Z market, I would urge you to just suck it up and go for the Z6II and not get the Z6 at all. If you're undecided and money is not the problem, definitely go for the Z6II because it's a better version of the Z6 and there's more room for improvement, and you're gonna get better autofocus, whether it's a moving subject, whether it's eye tracking, whether it's animal, AF, everything is going to be a little bit faster, and then it's gonna buffer real fast so you can take more continuous shots. And I think those things are quite exciting. So now that you know, if you have any stuff you want to add to this, please put it in the comment below. And on October 14th, I'm going to be streaming the Nikon announcement live on this channel. I'm going to be broadcasting it live. So if you want to watch it somewhere with other Nikon people and comment and talk about it, hey, come right here. We'll be watching it live, and a bunch of my friends will also be jumping in, and we will have a discussion in the comment section as the specs are being announced. And I do have a prediction. I'm hoping for a flip out screen, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I think it's too important of a thing for them to hold back. If there were going to be a flip out screen, by now the rumor would have been out there. Because as I'm talking to you right now, some people are actually selling off some of their gear in preparation to buy a Nikon Z6II or Z7II. But the truth is, the Z6II is not going to start shipping until mid-November from the rumors, okay? And the Z7II is also not going to start until next year, 2021. So if you sold your gear and you're waiting for October 14th to order this thing, you're going to have to wait longer to actually get the camera to shoot and all that. So you have to bear that in mind. So just fresh news, and I'm excited. I mean, I have a feeling Nikon might just take the high road and go full mirrorless and keep the company alive. So recap, first thing was the dual processor, which will result in a better autofocus and better video stabilization, possibly, better eye AF, animal AF, better almost anything that the computer has to process. And with a mirrorless camera, even the EVF, everything is being sent to the processor and brought back to us. So dual processor is good overall, okay? Second thing, storage. Dual storage. We can't stress that enough. Dual storage. Even though I have used both Z6s for almost 2 years now, and not a single problem, but I don't have peace of mind when I shoot weddings. I'm always on edge. I have to get home quickly, back it up, and but if I had two different forms of storage and I sent one somewhere else, I kept one with me, it would be a better experience. You know what I mean? All right, and finally, the third reason is the capacity for improvement, because with dual storage, all these firmware updates there can be multiple firmware updates that can do wonderful things, like 4K, 60p, who knows what else a firmware update can do, except a flip out screen. But yeah, so that is the reason if you invest in that, you are investing in the future as well, because it's like, okay, this has more processing power. So when Nikon gets smarter and they start making smart stuff, this can handle it, right? But your old Z6 with the one processor might not be strong enough to handle some of the bigger tasks. So thank you for watching, and peace.
All right, so I'm sure you saw the Z9 on the thumbnail, so I actually forgot about it. So I'm just gonna quickly talk about the rumors that we've heard, and this information is coming from NikonRumors.com, and most of the information for the first part of the video also came from NikonRumors.com. So this is the rumored Z9, and I think this is just like a paper prototype. But personally, it's just, I don't know, I don't see why they should be trying to go for 8K and make it a video camera. They can make it a very high-end photo camera. and I think the price point is a bit high. I'm not sure what it's gonna try to compete with. If it wants to compete with the R5, it's a little late for that. So for me, I'm not very impressed with with the the specs of the Z9. Initially, they said it was going to be a 60 MP sensor last year, and now they changed their mind to 46. So who knows? By the time it gets released, nobody knows what it's going to be.